Hi there, this is David and welcome to my impression of Anodyne 2: A Return to Dust. Full disclosure, I received a free copy of this game for this review, however, my opinions are my own and I will be as impartial as I could possibly be. Links to the game's Steam page as well as the developer's Twitter account are in the video description. I played through 1 hour of Anodyne 2, which is roughly an eighth of the way through the game, and I did get pretty decently far enough to see what the game has to offer for this impression review. Right off the bat, I could tell that a lot of time, energy, and effort went into this game. The graphics in the real world are absolutely stunning, and I love the throwback 2D Zelda vibe that the game gives off when you're in cleaning mode. It reminds me a lot of those Game Boy Zelda games. You play as Nova, a cleaner who sets out to detoxify the world's atmosphere, as well as purify people that she encounters. The dialogue has a very earthbound type vibe to it. However, on the downside, it seems to be that they're just doing a lot of talking without really actually saying anything. Even in the tutorials, it's just kind of like figure it out for yourself where they go on about cereal and stuff. However, I did later realize that if you need some hints and whatnot, there are sporadic plaques that you can read which gives you more gameplay clues. Now, I'm going to go over what happens in the first hour or so of the game. You begin ensconced in an egg, and in order to leave, you must go through 3 small tutorial dungeons. You do this by sparking. Basically, you get miniaturized, you go inside the NPC, purify the dust, get the treasure, then you leave. Once you have this out of the way, you arrive in Center City Cenote, but this isn't a traditional RPG town where you buy and sell things. This is more of a stage where you run, jump, climb, and transform into a tank. This tank is pretty damn awesome too. It's really fast, and it throws me back to my days as a kid playing Blaster Master. There aren't any enemies in town, it's more of a platforming puzzle. In fact, the whole game is more of a puzzle adventure than anything else. I will say this, the jumping is probably easy for normal people, but for me and my reflexes, I had some major issues. Anyway, after you explore and find an individual in need of cleansing, you kinda have to do like a Naruto run towards them, blocking these beams. At first I had a lot of trouble with this, but later it did get to be second nature and I actually enjoyed it. Once you do so, then you're micronized and you're put inside of their puzzle area. Here it can get pretty devious, though I didn't encounter anything too bad in the first area. I can imagine that as the game goes on, the puzzles do get pretty mind-bending though. As this is more of a puzzle game, I really did appreciate the options that the developers gave you of double health, as well as invincibility, especially because there seems to be some unfair things, like the floor turning into fire while dodging enemies, and at the same time going through a maze. All that being said though, I actually did have a lot of fun with this game, even though normally something like this wouldn't exactly be my cup of tea. I do think that again, it is very well done, replete with side quests and power-ups. This isn't some sort of cheap cash-in that you normally find on Steam. If this looks up your alley and you liked games like Zelda, Oracle of Seasons, or Ages, or even Link's Awakening, I think that you'd have a blast with Anodyne 2. This has been David. If you like this, please like, comment, and subscribe, and have a good day.